back again. Peter Godinez, your ambassador, and as I was saying, George Miller. We've done this a few times. So, you know, you need to expect some perfection here. So, with that, we have George Miller, the founder, the president, the grand exalted ruler, the everything of the Citizens Journal, and he knows it all, tells it all, and he tells it like it is. And say your website again, Citizens Journal.
Citizensjournal.us and Citizens Journal Ventura County on Facebook.
Now, we talk about content and trying to teach our audience that you need to be in the know and be able to share it with your other friends. And I tell you what, George and his crew are the bomb, as they say. I think that's a little out of term, DC. But tell us what's going on that the regular media is not telling us here locally.
I'll tell you a little bit about it. First of all, I'll tell you what the regular media already told you, is that the Salsa Festival starts this weekend.
As in salsa and chips here?
You got the salsa chips,
you got
salsa
my
dancing, salsa everything. Saturday and Sunday at Plaza Park, right here in Oxnard, just around the corner from Tomas Cafe, where we're filming this today. But some other things that are going on. Most of you probably know that the Dallas Cowboys does their training right here in Oxnard, and they have landed at Point Magoo, and they will be starting Thursday at 3:30 p.m. this week over at the River Ridge playing fields by the Residence Inn. If you'd like to know more, you can go on the web to visitoxnard.com/Cowboys to get their schedule and everything else that's going on.
Will you be covering that event in regard to who's drinking Gatorade and who's drinking that and all this?
I think I'll delegate that to JC.
JC, because he knows the players personally.
Our correspondent, right? You go out there and give us some reports. Yeah. We're spread a little bit thin on manpower.
Okay.
We cover everything, really. We have some good news. I was at the Oxnard City Council meeting last night, which is sometimes an ordeal. Some meetings have lasted up to 2 or even 3 in the morning, but they resolved to do it a little sooner. But one really good piece of news for local business people and anyone wanting to make an improvement to their houses is that Oxnard has promised to streamline the permitting process. Now, last time when we had the hearing, several people got up and virtually all of them said this is the hardest place they've ever been in to get a permit to do anything.
Wow.
There were stories of people going 6 or 7 times and still not getting approval. So we really need to improve the process. I've had some experiences with it myself, so I'd have to confirm that. Now, this is the Good News Network, KADY-TV, but occasionally we have bad news too. And I'm the only one on the show licensed to also give.
Well, let's call it opportunity.
Opportunity, right.
Crisis of opportunity.
Yeah, most of you are probably familiar with the rather unfortunate tragedy of the Limon killing over a year ago right now. As you know, the city is settled with the Limon family for $6.7 million. Along with that settlement, there's some improvements in the process too. They're taking a look at some of the possible underlying causes of what happened to prevent things like this from ever happening again. But what's news is last night, and probably for about 6 different meetings, people have gotten up and they're insisting upon the formation of a police review board of citizens that would review decisions made by the police department. That's kind of good news and bad news. The good news is it gives the citizens more leverage. The bad news is it get politicized. So they're talking about that right now, and I don't think that the city is particularly heavy on doing that. But it's notable that's been brought up at 6 different meetings so far. More very good news. Oxnard Library is contracting with an outside firm to make e-books available online. What that means is you'll be able to go and check the book out and download it to your computer free.
Wow.
For the next 5 years. Of course, it's not really free. We're paying $58,000 for the privilege. But if you go to the library and have a library card, you can now check out a book when that's
Explain
installed.
that a little more in terms of when you say we're paying.
Well, we're contracting with an outside firm that has licensed the books and makes them available online at the library, and someone will be able to go in via computer and download those in like a Kindle format or something like that, e-book format, so you can read it on your computer or a device designed for that particular purpose. That's a huge cost savings. It also means that the book will never be checked out when you go to get it. It will always be available.
Right, so you don't have to have like your favorite person in that guy named Jerry. You don't have a collector, you know,
Right,
back to you 25 years later trying to collect. So when you say cost, whose pocket is actually being reached here?
Well, it's coming out of the city budget.
Okay,
The city
all right.
budget is a combination of your taxes,
Okay.
various types of grants from the state and federal government, but ultimately it all comes out of your pocket.
Right, so
And
just
the
about
rich-
anybody
rich-
can go
The
there.
rich people pay a higher share than the poor people, but it does come out just pretty much like tax money.
All right, all right, I'll shut up. You keep on going. You're doing a great job.
Okay, fine.
See, we are getting good at this.
We are, yeah,
wow.
and more concise too. Now, remember also, the Ventura County Fair starts on the 29th. It runs
Get out of
2 weeks and is absolutely some of the cheapest entertainment you can get. It's right up at the fairgrounds in Ventura, only like a 15 or 20-minute drive from here. I never miss it. I go to Seniors Day every year because it's free. But they have various types of music acts playing. They have the most interesting displays, photography exhibits, rides, booths and stuff like that. So
But you don't mention the food at all. We should do a section on.
there's a reason I don't mention the food.
Because.
I hate to sound anti-booster, but the food is very expensive and it's not anywhere near
That's
as
what I
good
say. You
as
say
eating right here at
inexpensive.
Cafe Tomas.
I thought maybe we'd do a section where we actually stack rank the calories, the fats, and you know, that kind of stuff.
Well, my very personal favorite are the big turkey legs. They have these enormous turkey drumsticks that you can live for on a couple of days.
That's true. That's true. Very barbaric. I feel like.
Very barbaric.
Keep on going. I love
And also the caramel corn is very good.
Right. And so is the drinking water from the fountain is very zero
Oh, it
calories.
is. And a lot
Free.
cheaper, a lot cheaper for sure. I think my very favorite part of the fair the last few years has been the photography exhibit.
Yes.
It's off to
that'd
the
be
right.
great.
It's just a phenomenal exhibit.
Yes.
Some really good artwork and crafts in that area too. But
Well, keep on going. You got
I
me
highly
hungry.
recommend it. Okay. I told you I was going to talk more about the election. Still a little premature, but recently our correspondent interviewed Steve Huber, the candidate for city council. We've posted that on citizensjournal.us. Not only the recent interview done on July 14th, but the one that you did in May. So Peter is known for bringing out the best in candidates, getting them to talk, letting down their guard by asking
The same thing with that.
what appear to be softball questions, but really getting into their psyche, under their skin.
I do get under people's skin, but you keep on going with that, right?
Also running, of course, Mayor Tim Flynn is running for re-election. Brian McDonald, who sits to his left at the meetings, is running for mayor. And Larry Stein, perpetual critic of the city, is also running. Larry's also an accountant, is very good financially, and has a lot of good ideas. And then, of course, last week, Peter interviewed Dr. Irene Pinker, who's a well-known civic servant of the people, and she's done a lot of really good things, and she's interested in maybe taking out papers, but hasn't actually done it yet, last I heard. Is that correct?
I'm usually the last to find out, but you know, whatever, I act like I do, but yes.
Right. And finally, Aaron Starr is running for city council. Aaron is the controller of the largest manufacturer in Ventura County, Haas Automation, which is world famous for computer numerical control equipment. One of the few companies that can compete head-to-head with the Japanese and Koreans on their own turf. So that's kind of a wrap-up of what I thought was noteworthy this week. Any other questions, comments, or anyone?
I mean, do I get to go under your skin and stuff like
No,
that?
you'll never do that, right?
No, I
Don't forget the Salsa Festival.
I'm surprised they haven't called you to dance, because I know we had, again, I'm forgetting the Santa the Sea founder, they called him last minute, but I envision they're gonna call you in future phases. I'm gonna throw you into the hat, so, get your dance shoes on, because,
Yeah.
you're gonna be one of
By the
those.
way, he was at the city council last night trying to put together a mural to put up along the freeway near Ventura Boulevard.
You know, things like that happen,
Yeah.
and, do get back to me. We're going to get involved. Water is a real hot topic here in Oxnard, and we're planning on attending the Association of Water
I will
Districts.
definitely be there with you.
Just to get a little bit understanding what's going on with the water, since water is such a hot topic. But I think we did get better, George.
I think so too.
I think there was a little bit of humor and laughter where you smiled a little bit, and you know, it's a good thing. We live by the rule that we live in the United States of entertainment. The biggest sin is to be boring, and you definitely are not a boring individual.
Take care.
So thank you very much, George Miller of the Citizens Journal. It's Peter Godinez with Good Morning America. We'll be right back.